Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. And today, I am going to be doing a week-long build battle. So, let's get started. Okay, and I got, well, we don't get to pick. I got selected with an on-water town. So, I decided to go with something like Venice, Italy. Which, if for those of you guys that don't know, it's like that city on water with all those cool things. So, our checklist for day one is build out and get the foundation ready. So that means like set up some arcs over here, and I want to have a river flowing through the middle of the town. For the build battle, we only get 100 by 100 space to build, so I better get building. Time for a time lapse of me setting up the rest of the river. Okay, so that took me about a real life minute. So I like the overall shape of that, and I do want that to be lower. I do want there to be a bulge in it, because I'm planning to have something similar to the bridge in Sicily, which is going to be really cool. And yeah, just like that. So now it's time to set up the foundation. So I'm going to give you over to Tutorial Meme Game Out for a quick demonstration. Get another one of them structure blocks and name it the same thing as that. So I named my dirt hut. Let's see, you go over here and set this mode thingy to load and set structure name to dirt hut. You can hold up. I believe this should work. Okay, hold up. Technical difficulties. Sorry, folks. I typed it all wrong. I added a capital, but if you type in your name of the thing, of your structure, and press that load button, you have your structure. Now, that's this video's tutorial. Now over to Meme Game Out. Oh my god. What was that? I do not know what just happened. Okay. But now suddenly I know everything about structure blocks. Okay, so now I have something built up. I can just edit the X. Is this the X coordinates? Yeah, okay. So I can just set it to what I need, like that. Like one more block. Or maybe I should do it like this. Yeah, I should do it like that. Oh, you can't go behind me. Okay. So I need to have the X be 6. And you can also see on the diagram to the right on how much you covered. Okay, so 7. Bam. Okay. Let's make it Y2. Oh, no, that's not 12. 4 and... Okay, wait, so I'm going to experiment with this a little. I just did a little bit of stuff to make it so that's perfect. So I'm going to name it lowercase a and save it. So I believe okay, so it's day 2. You guys seen the checklist. It's really just like finishing up the foundation and everything like that. So there is some issues to that. I'm going to make a random block figuration here that's going to be used for the floor all across. But overall, in this entire build, I want 3 big structures. I was thinking like a big church or something over here. I don't have a reference photo for that, but I might. I don't know. Depends on what you guys see right now. But
do
I want to have that
all
be
the wall
respawned.
parts And then I'm going to cut over to day 2.
From the photo that you're
So
seeing.
I will see you guys
I don't know what I want
then.
my third thing to be, but it's gonna be cool. So I'm going to start with terraforming the lake a little bit, or more like the river, and getting it all set up. Okay, speed run time. Okay, so that actually took a lot longer than I expected. I had to leave midway through for an appointment, so I just ended up finishing now. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get done today, but my plan is to make like a mix of all sorts of blocks for here and have them all line up to this wall where I'm based. And for the wall, I'm going to do like a terracotta-esque thing. So honestly, I'm just going to cut to when I finish the wall for this.
Okay, to be honest, I completely forgot to record after I built the wall. And my dog had some issues going on, and I need to help him out. So my friend here helped me out. Although she is part of the competition, I have not built any hiding parts yet. So this is it for day 2, and we're moving on to day 3. Okay, so these are days 3 through 5. These days are going to be the most tedious days. This is because these days are going to be the structure days. Especially day 3, because day 3 I'm going to be building like 5 houses and piecing them in all across the city. So, but first I have to set up an elevation over here for the temple and really just outline where I want everything. So I will include a time lapse of that. Okay, so sadly I did not get a lot of work done yesterday. For the most of the day, I really just got really sidetracked. I only built up these 2 canals, house layouts, and where the church is going to be on, and where the bridge is going to be located. But for houses, I only got 1 house done, and it's a blue house. So I'm going to need to work hard today, but I'm not going to be recording any of it because I'm going to be traveling for most of the day. So we're just going to cut to day 6. Okay, so although I was away for most of the day, I ended up building a total of 4 houses to spread across the entirety of the city. And the order goes in house number 1, house number 2, house number 3, and house number 4. These all are going to be placed randomly because I kind of want to have a skyline that kind of randomly goes across to make the eye move, which is a lot more appealing to the eyes. And I'm going to be doing a few custom builds. Like we established before, we're doing the church up here, the bridge down here, but I also want to do like a crash pirate ship cafe right here that's has its bow right over the tip of this building. And because I'm terrible at building bathrooms, I'm just going to build a few wash houses across the entirety of the city. But I'm going to show you guys a time lapse of me planning out and building the pirate ship cafe. Okay, so I kind of decided to dome it up, and I had a glass strip going along the roof so the room stays bright. But I kind of want to change it over to like a seashell design, kind of, where it kind of bulges out then comes back in. It'll kind of look like a skewer almost, or a UFO. So let's get building. Okay, so although that was a quick interior to build, took me like 7 real life minutes, I do like it. There's supposed to be the fridge, the cutting boards, the furnace. Then we have all the seats out here. And that's the restaurant done. We still have lots of builds to do, like the bathhouse, the bridge, the church. So I'm going to finish up the rest of the houses and unique builds.
Okay, so as I was building, the space that I had was too small to do what I intended. So I decided to go for more of a clam and oyster. But it turned out to kind of look like a Pokemon. So I'm just going to move on and work on the interior now.
The Red Lotus welcomes all. And if you enter here and go down here, it says the same thing, but in like a dark, eerie area. Then over here, there was a little building glitch, and it made this building go too far to the right. And there's a little, due to the glitch, it expanded it and made this perfect little hiding spot, which I'm probably going to use in the hide and seek. And there's also a little crawl space in all of these houses. I'm probably not gonna hide in them at all, but yeah, this is the space. They'll be blocked off in the actual building, which is really cool. And also on all of these houses, there's a hiding spot under these botanical gardens or small gardens where you can hide yourself in here. This isn't all of them, but only one works, and that's this one. Like here, for example, this is one. Oh no, this is only the first one I pasted. Whoops. Okay. I don't think I included any hiding spots in the white houses. Yeah, I have not. So, let's move on to just me spamming a bunch of buildings around. Okay, so day 6. Actually, no, wait, sorry, day 5. For today, I want to get a good chunk of things done. As in, I want to build the bridge that I was talking about from day 2 or day 1. Forget which one. And then I want to build the wash houses I was talking about. I personally want to tackle the wash houses first. So, let's get that moving. Okay, so this is the wash house. It has 2 bathrooms, one here, and 2 showers in these 2 rooms. And then on the exterior, it's pretty basic. I used polished sulfur for the roofs, which I think was a cool use for that. I feel like it's missing something on the exterior. I might touch up on it later, but I'm just going to paste this over to the other side and we can get started on the bridge. Okay, so now that I have the bathhouses put in, also I added leaves to the bathhouse. It's time to build the part of the build that I'm most excited for, the bridge. I'm going to do an arch over the lake. Like, probably gonna go out 2, up 3, and then probably just slowly flatten it out. And I'm going to add a lot of holes underneath it, like in my reference image, that make it pop out a lot. So, do you want to know what would be funny? If I had lined these up incorrectly, because there's no way of telling if I lined it up correctly, unless if I went across it manually, which I did not. So I'm actually hoping I lined it up correctly, so I'm just going to real quickly build it across. Okay, it actually does line up. Whew! That would have been a pain if I had to realign it, because both of these parts took me an actual hour to build. So, yeah. Then I'm just going to copy it over to the other side. Go down. Go like this, pretty much like all the way down. Oh, kind of a mess. Okay, so I'm not actually gonna have it flatten out. I think I'm gonna, flatten out here. I'm gonna have it go 4, and then straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. There. I think this is gonna be really cool. It's 5, 4. Oh, yeah, I just didn't place a block on this side. Wait. Oh, I haven't. Okay, so I'm going to time lapse or just skip to the point where I am finished with the outlines of the bridge. Okay, so I will admit I made a mistake. So while I was loading the photo, or just really showing the photo to myself. Wait, does it want to look up? Sorry. While I was showing myself the photo, I miscalculated. I thought those holes in the bridge were like gaps for wind to fit through. Those are actually where the people walk. And that design is not going to fit in with what I'm going with unless if I carve holes, and I don't want to do that. So I moved over to a new website.
Pinterest is an app or website where you can look at photos for your next big project or build for anything. This bridge here was what I kind of wanted the bridge to be like, with all those holes that drape down, just instead with the curved top. There is also this pipeline, which I really love. I think it would be really cool if like water could flow down and stuff, which would just look sick. And there's even this mangrove canoe, which I even.
So please install Pinterest today and find inspiration for your builds. This video is not sponsored, but Pinterest, please. I am desperate. Okay, so as I was building this, I realized making holes is going to be really tough. Because look how this looks right now. At a diagonal angle, there's no good way to make holes. So I was thinking about just filling them in like that, and then boom, boom. Like that already looks a lot cleaner. I just need to put in some gradients and stuff, and maybe a support beam in some places. So, okay. So I'm gonna get onto that. Okay, so I was not ready for the challenge I was going to face while building this diagonal bridge. So, I mean, I don't want to break it down again. It doesn't look the best, but honestly, I only have one more day after this because it turns out day 7 we're seeking. I might have to just call it with this. I'm actually just gonna move this a block back, and then we can see how that looks. Then I have to move on to the church and some other pipe systems maybe. Okay, so I've marked out, I've marked out how I generally want the build to go. It's gonna be like curvy most of the way around of it. I'm getting really tired. So I'm gonna head to bed, and I'm gonna probably try to get early morning work done because day 7 is seeking, which will be a separate video. Okay, so it's early morning on day 6. This is going to be our last full day of building because day 7 is seeking. We do have opportunities to seek though, or to build. So I want to start up by building the tunnel to reach up there. I'm going to have it like wind up around, then peak up somewhere back here. But the reason that this is so high compared to the rest of the city is because it's the Acropolis of the city. For those of you people that don't know what an Acropolis is basically an ancient Greek, the highest part of an ancient Greek city, which is like the safe center from invasions. Just in this case, it's for flash floods. So I'm gonna just cut to a time lapse of me constructing this up, and then then we can build the walls, the pipelines, and then move on to the church. Okay, so I have the area leading up to the church, or the Acropolis, done. It is a small little cramped walkway inside of the hill, which is not how most Acropolises work, but it's how this one's going to work. So I'm going to get started on the church, then probably going to build a few builds over here to clear up this area, because over here it's pretty densely packed, and then along this wall it blocks off the view from the plains, which is what we want. And yeah, so I'm just going to start to build up the Acropolis. Okay, so I made a mistake. I forgot to record me building the church. And so I'm just going to give you guys a tour. So in here is a little bookshelf where if you pick out one of those books, the bookshelf will pull 2 blocks back and pull these back. And then where I'm going to be hiding is this little nook right here. Then over here will be like the church area. I haven't built the seats yet, but I will. And then at the coordinates 1,000, right here will be where the players spawn. So, time to move on to all the nitty-pitty details and doing something over here to fill up the blank space. Okay, so I was flying around and I decided to mark out some spots where I want to do something. I want to put like a merchant boat right around this area. It's going to be like docked. And over here, I want to do like a tree or a statue or something, followed by either some more restaurants, houses, or wash houses. I might so I'm just going to show you guys a time lapse of what I do. Oh my. Okay, so honestly, I think this is the most I'm gonna be able to do. Maybe paste a few houses over here. I think on my time crunch, I don't have enough time to build any more unique structures like the Clam Shack or the church. Because, I mean, all I think I really have time for at this point is maybe like a few small boats or the pipe system that I'm going to build. So I'm just going to move on to the pipe system, and then we can move on, or I can move on to the rest of the stuff. With the pipes, I'm going to have to start with building out like a few like 3 outlines or maybe 4, because it's going to be like a maze system with like 5x5 blocks, or more like 5x5 blocks that range into like a random assortment of blocks. I can maybe try to use the jigsaw block, but I don't know how to use it. So I'm just gonna get working. Okay guys, to be honest, as I was constructing the models for the pipeline, it started to hit me that I'm not going to have enough time to actually complete this. I mean, I could, but I would have to work overnight, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do for the last day is just add some small features that makes the build feel more alive. Like after I realized it, I built this. A little trader shack ship, where if you jump over this, press that, then hide in here, bam, you're fully hidden. But I mean, I don't think I can do the entire pipe system, so I'm going to end the video here. But thank you everyone for watching the video. I'm going to have part 2, aka the seeking part, or the actual hide and seek part of the build, up on my channel soon. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe, and Mean Game Al out.